Hi, I am Miss Hollis. I am your student biology teacher for this current school year. I am super excited to have them in my class. I love teaching and I can't wait till we can be in person together. For those who are remote, I hope that we can communicate throughout the year in lots of different modalities, so hopefully that'll help. Welcome to biology. I want to go over a couple of different things. I'm hoping that my screen will go. There we go. I am a college park feeder family. My husband and I moved up here in 2004, and my own children, have gone to David, Collins, Knox, and College Park. My daughter currently is a junior lieutenant on the Reveliers here at College Park, and my son is on the cross country team at Knox, and we're super excited to be part of this College Park family. We absolutely love it. My education, I have a master's degree in biology and geology from Mississippi State University. Finished that in 2014, I think. And then I have a bachelor's degree from Houston Baptist University, and that's where I met my husband on a Mexico mission trip. So that's a little bit about me. I've been teaching for the last 12 years at Collins Intermediate. Many of you probably know my face, either my face from Collins Intermediate, or I have an identical twin who used to teach at David Elementary, and her name was Mrs. Black. So I know a lot of you students have had her as well. So here we are again. We just keep traveling with you all. We love. I love teaching. I love teaching at all levels, and I'm super excited this year to be at College Park. So, what does our class look like? A couple of different things. Tools for success, or things that will help you every day in class. A lot of you are already on your way to being super successful. You've communicated with me. The students have done a great job of self-advocating, but just really to be ready for class, they will need a notebook or an ISN or a composition book probably, and then a folder or a binder. It's kind of up to them. At this point, your student knows how they like to be organized. And so he or she may like a binder. He or she may like a notebook. We will take notes in our class. We can glue those notes in to the notebook. The student can hole punch it and put it in a binder, or they can put it in the notes in a folder. The folder may get a little thick, but it's just really important that they have their own system that works for them. I know my son and daughter are very different. My son likes to do his organizational one way, which is right now shoving them in a backpack, but we're working on it. And my daughter is very organized and likes things in binders. So whatever works. Writing utensils, they will need one for class every day. I don't mind if they use lots of different color pens. That's amazing. That's wonderful. It makes people happy. Makes me happy. I get it. Or a pencil. Usually in labs, we will use pencil, especially if there's any math in it, or graphing. I really like pencil, but I'll have pencils available if all they have is a pen. That's fine too. Canvas page. Obviously, we are in online learning, and Canvas is that go-to place for any information that you or your son or daughter need. That's the number one place. Parent access is where you can find their grades. So while they may have something graded in Canvas, the report card, classwork grades that will be pulled for report cards, for intermittent grades, that is from parent access. So we need to make sure that you know how to get into that. And if you don't, please ask me. I'll help you. We have TWCP policies and guidelines, and we do have retesting capabilities. So if a student makes below a 70, there are chances to retest. That's going to be really important because major grades are 70% of their grades in this class. Okay. Moving right along, we are a very interactive class. We have labs. We have labs in the back of the class. We have labs and activities and interactive activities. Obviously, with social distancing, that's going to look a little different, and we are going to adhere to mask and social distancing during this class as well. So this is previous COVID, but at least it gives you some idea of kind of what the classroom looks like. We have labs in the back of the class and classrooms in the front. The grades, I talked about this a little earlier. We're on a 5-point grading system, and so that's probably a little different than you're used to, and you can find more information about that with College Park, or you and I can talk about that in a meeting if needed. It's really beneficial for the students, and it helps the students kind of it helps the students kind of give a booster a little bit, and it really helps us to make sure that when we're testing students, we're really just testing the content and not a bunch of fluff. So it's actually a really good thing. In this class, this is all outlined in the syllabus, which is on my homepage. There's a button that says syllabus, so you're welcome to print that out. Daily grades are 30%, so that's labs, quizzes, things like that. Please know that if a student does poorly on one of those, it's not going to damage their grade in any great sense. I'll take a lot of grades, and if a student really is working hard in this class, we're going to be successful. 70% are major grades, and so that's going to be really important for you to know. Often in this class, we do have an end of course exam. So that means there's a star, or there should be a star, at the end of the year. So that means we really are trying to get students into knowing how to read those questions, knowing how to infer from those questions, really understanding what that testing is going to look like in a scientific setting. I know they didn't take it last year in 8th grade. So the last time before that would have been 5th grade to take a science star. So we spend a lot of time looking at test questions, understanding kind of the rigor that's in that. So our typical format is we do introductions, notes, we do some activities with those notes and material. We will do a quiz on the material, and then we will do a review of that quiz, so that then the next day when they take that test, they have a quiz that they've taken, they've looked at the material, they've played with the material kinesthetically, they've heard me talk about the material, then they've had that quiz where they've seen some similar questions that will be on the test. We're going to go over the quiz the next day and do more review and then a test. So that's kind of a typical, if it was a 5-day unit, a typical 5-day span. We really want to help students understand how to read the questions and see those questions on a repetitive basis. Semester grades, 85% of semester grades are the average of quarter 1 and 2. And then 15% is that semester exam. And we can talk more about grades if needed. You can also find it in other classes as well. Communication. I've sent out a bunch of emails and different ways to communicate. My email is lhollis@conroeisd.net. Students can email me through Canvas inbox. I have a Google Voice number that's attached to these emails. That Google Voice number to text, because that's a way that students can text me on that number. It's 832-819-2773. That way, if a student is just worried or you're worried and it's just a quick response, they can text me on that number. A lot of times students these days aren't used to email or don't exactly know where to go, and I just wanted to give them a different modality. I will try to adhere to school hours unless it's an emergency or unless I can just answer really quickly. Sometimes if I'm not responding right away, please know that the next business day I will do that if it's after hours. If you're just looking for grades, that's in Parent Access. So again, if you don't know how to get into a Parent Access, into your Parent Access, please let me know. I've helped many parents figure that out, and if I don't know the answer, I'll go find it for you. Tutoring schedule. Once the students are back in person, I will be tutoring on Thursdays, but all of our biology teachers tutor on different days. So students can go to any one of those biology teachers if they need to retake a test. They'll have to preset that up. If they need just extra curriculum help. And then in the meantime, if students need me or you need me, or if there's any questions that you have that can't get answered through a text or through Canvas or through email, we can set up a Zoom meeting. So I've set up quite a few Zoom meetings already with parents and students just to answer questions. And so I'm available. I don't want you to feel like this is just really overwhelming. So I'm here to help. That's why I'm here. That's what I'm called to do. I love teaching. So I'm here to help you and your student. We do have an online textbook. And this online textbook, I don't use it often for activities or things in class, but I know a lot of students and parents too really like to have that in-hand understanding or background knowledge of the content, because some of it's very new content. I know that you'll want that. So the app looks like this. It's on the far left of your screen. That's the app. It is in the student's SSO. And their username is that Conroe ISD user at studentmail.conroeisd.net. And their password is STU and their student ID number, which is a 6-digit number. So, for example, we're talking about biomolecules and enzymes. Excuse me. So if they're struggling with that content and you just want to, kind of create a safety net and go through the book with them, they have that availability online through the SSO, just to let you know that. And they can work through some different things with that as well. For our courses, we are a biology course. So we will go through the year and we'll obviously we talked about safety and scientific method and things like that. But we're about to go into DNA and protein synthesis and cell transport. We'll go into genetics and ecology. And body systems and plants. We go through the whole year with biological systems. So that's really exciting. So I look forward to that with your student. Some important action items and important dates for you to know is their safety contract. That is on your Parent Access Center. There is a stop sign that won't let you go any further until you click on it and write your name that you've read the safety contract. Students will not be allowed to do labs when they get back until that safety contract is signed. And it's just really a click and put your name in there. A lot of students took the safety quiz yesterday, but they need to get a 5 on that, and there are unlimited attempts to take that. So please have them take that until they get a 5. A 5 in the 5-point grading system is a 100. So they won't be allowed to do a lab until they make the 5 on that safety quiz. So they can just retake it as many times as they can, and when they get the 5, I'll put the 5 in the grade book. Next week, we have a biochemistry quiz on Wednesday, and then we have the test on Friday. So what that looks like is we will take that quiz on Wednesday. We'll go over the quiz. I will probably do a version like this and probably conferences that day. We will go over the quiz, and then they will have their big test on Friday. So hopefully that helps. The end of the grading period is October 9th, just for your information. And it was good talking to you tonight or today, whenever you get to see this video. If you have any questions at all, please use those forms of communication to get a hold of me. I'd love to schedule a Zoom with you if needed, or your student. I certainly don't want you to feel alone in this journey. I look forward to a great year, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.